Okay, as he's making the wheat there, we're still going to go through and explain a little bit more about the NFTs. So right now, Gala power is at a 9, so that means that 9 NFTs can be placed onto the town to get paid. As you can see in the inventory, we do have more than 9, so it doesn't matter about placing them. You can place them at any time, and the system will automatically pick the highest of the NFTs to pay you out on daily. So for here, we have like the haunted porch that pays out 79 per day per haunted porch. The west wing, it's 60. The east wing, 60. The haunted crypt, they pay 14. The haunted graveyard, 14. The solar panel here is 16. The higher up ones, they do pay more. So I can post a list on that in the comments afterwards of what each one of them pay. Mr. Puddles pays 9. The buggy, Mr. Puddles' home, he pays 10. So he pays one more than the other one. And then your epics storage, those will pay you 18. Your uncommon will pay you 11. And then your legendary pays you the 45. Your wheat stands, that one is going to pay you 14, and your legendary and your epic will also pay you more as well. Same with your water tower. So each of these have in-game advantages, like your storehouses. You don't have to fill up your silo. The only thing that they could put in there is, for this one they can only put sugarcane. For this one they can only put wheat. Your wheat stand provides wheat to the buildings around it. Your water tower provides water to the crops that are near it. Mr. Puddles and both of these, when you place them down, they come out and they actually will water your crops that need watering, so that your little worker doesn't have to do all of the work by himself. Your solar panel here, this will provide energy to the buildings surrounding it. So if you have a building that needs energy, it will provide a portion of that energy to it. And then your haunted items, all of the haunted items, they provide crude oil. So your graveyard, it provides small amounts of crude oil. Your crypt provides small amounts of crude oil. Your east wing and your west wing, they provide medium amounts of crude oil. Then your haunted porch, it provides the crude oil and the pumpkins. The Tesla coils. This one, it provides energy to the building surrounding it, but it also actually provides the energy blocks every 30 seconds. Your Express Depot, this is the one that you guys get with the gold membership. It pays 1 coin, but he is actually a little bit faster at transporting your items than the one that actually comes with your town. So I like to place him once my town is already going, since you pay $20 a minute for him as well. So I save him until about the end when I'm running multiple cells for your town. Right here we have a couple boxes. They actually do not help in game at all. They're just placed down and they provide the town coin per day, but there's actually no in-game advantages for having them. They don't help in any sort of way. They just walk around your town and then go back to their little box and they dance. So it's kind of funny to watch because they dab and do whatever. So here, all of your skins. These ones at this time, it says that they provide in-game advantages, but I have not seen any in-game advantages for them at this point. I usually do apply them, apply. You can just go to skins and apply all. It'll apply to all the buildings that you currently have. They just change the look of your buildings. Eventually, I think that they're supposed to give you some kind of like speed or building advantage, but they do not. They do not pay you out, so they do not give you any town coin for putting them in game. So right now, they're just kind of like a fun little way to, spruce up your town, because even your little animals will be like, if you have the pink one for the breast cancer awareness, like your sheep are pink and your cows are pink and all of your little workers are pink. They all wear pink. Any of the other ones for the Mirandus, they all give it a Miranda skin. But like I said, they do not pay out daily, and so far I don't see any kind of in-game advantages for them. Okay, so as we're going here, alright, he's running back and getting the wheat. So far, we have 3 flour made, which is in this little storehouse here. And we have 9 pumpkins, so we're waiting for 1 more pumpkin to come out of one of these houses here. Alright, so your Gala power, that is actually, like I said, it's how many NFTs you can place to get paid. Excuse me. So right now, even though we have multiple NFTs, it will only pay on the 9 top paying ones. So what makes your Gala power is the amount of Gala that you hold in your wallet and the amount of town coin that you hold in your wallet. It could be one or the other, or it could be a combination of both. The levels will go up by in increments of 5. So from 0 to 4,999, you'll be a level 1. 5,000 a level 2, 10,000 a level 3, so on and so forth. A good way of doing that is to have a certain amount of Gala into your wallet that you do not touch, because once you buy something, your level goes down. And then every day that you're producing town coin, that is actually valued at like ×2. So the math of it would be your Gala plus your town coin ×2. So if you have 1,000 town coin, it counts as 2,000 Gala. So then you'd need, another 3,000 of the Gala to make you a level 2 to have that 5,000. Okay, so here we are. We have our 10 pumpkins. We're gonna sell that. When we click on the truck, let me go back. When we click on the truck here, you don't want to remove it because you want to sell. So we're gonna hit sell, and it'll show you what you can sell. Everything that you sell, you need 10 to load the truck. So pumpkins, you need 10. Wheat, you need 10. Everything, you need 10. And it'll also tell you the price that it will give you for selling. So the pumpkins here, they're going to give us $10,000 for one cell. So as you can see, there's multiple cells, right? But they're all the same price. So you always want to pick the top, so it only uses 1 of your gas, since your gas is limited. Up here, right now we have 38 left, so we want to only use 1 gas, because it doesn't give you any advantages on using 2 or 3, 4, or 9. It's the same amount of money, it's just the longer run time. So when we sell that, it automatically loads the truck for you, and then it takes off, and over here will be your time bar. Since we were so close to that town, it will be a quick sell for us, which is always what you want, because if you're waiting, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, it just makes everything a little bit longer and more of a chance of you going negative. So to collect, you just click on the truck, and that money goes straight into the bank, your bank part over here. So this has nothing to do with like getting paid or doing anything. This is your in-game money that you use to purchase your other items in-game. So over here, it shows 27 days left. So now that the server just reset, it will reset again in 27 days. So once you get your town built up and you're collecting each day, you will have to rebuild your town once a month. And you can see the leaderboard here. So you'll always be on the leaderboard when you're selling for the amount of stars. You can see what the top ranked person has at the moment. They have 20,000 stars. And then you can see the bottom as well. And all of these people, they haven't started yet, which is okay. They probably got a good town placement and haven't started playing yet. Usually by about the end of the month, you will see from right now on day one, we have 2,200 players. Last month there was almost 14,000 in this one server. So here will be your daily challenge. It's not going to restart for me for 5 hours. Here, it usually restarts about 7 o'clock my time, which is Central Time. So, and the challenge is, collect 1,000 stars. They're saying that they may change it, I think, in season 2 or upcoming, or it'll be different challenges daily. But right now, as it goes, it's collect 1,000 stars, and you collect on your NFTs for the day. So we'll get into how to actually get you the 1,000 stars very quickly, so you don't need to spend much time on the game once you get your town sustained. So right now we got 5 flowers, so we need 5 more to be able to sell. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little jump on things, because I like to add things early. That way you're not trying to add everything at one time and costing you a whole lot. So what we're going to do is go in here into the very, very top corner. There's 2 spots. You can barely see it, but there are 2 spots there. So we're going to add a dirt road. Now that that's complete, we're going to go to the one behind it, and we're going to add, in the industrial, we're going to add a wind turbine. Okay, what this is going to do, this is going to provide you energy. You're going to need energy to make your fuel, your gas, to be able to sell back and forth from the trucks. But right now, what we're going to add those, because I'm not going to add the worker yet to collect it, or the storehouse, but I'm going to get those set into place. That way, when I am ready, there are ready. Sorry, that keeps popping up for my son. They keep, they'll be ready to be collected and produce. So we kind of just go around, and you want to put them as far away from everything as you can. So let me show you here. So right here we placed it. It's going to provide energy every 53 seconds or 55 seconds. If I were to place it like really close to anything over here, it can take up to 7 minutes for it to provide 1 energy. So we try to place those strategically to make sure that it produces the fastest that it can. So down here in the other corner, away from everything, we're going to add another one in. I'm always watching my money up here to make sure that I'm not getting close, because if you go negative, you will have to restart your town, and that is absolutely no fun. All right, she's got to bring the wood down there. I'm just going to add in the 2 for right now, because the money is not there to add anymore. So normally you could be selling, but like I said, you want to save up your gas and you want to make sure that you're selling for the highest amount that you can sell. It's okay if you sell a couple of your wheat to begin with. That way you can kind of get some money, maybe take out one of the 4 ponds that's there, since it gives you, 5,000 each little piece. Don't take them all out, because they are going to be very important in your build in your city. And if you take them all out, they do cost 20,000 a square to get back. And it takes them a while to actually build them back. Okay, so she finished adding the wood to the wind turbine down here. We're gonna add it. See, they're in the green. We like in the green. Once you start adding around it, they'll turn from green to yellow to red. So while they're green, we take advantage of that, and produce as much energy as we can. Kind of like him right now, he's making flour in about 25 seconds. Once you start adding in more buildings around, it'll be up to about 2.5 minutes each time that you're producing flour or sugar or whatever it is that you choose to produce. I always start off with wheat, because it already gives you the wheat on your farm. You don't have to add any crops. You don't have to add anything else. It just takes a little bit longer to build up your money. But your first day is going to be the most time that you spend on your town, getting everything right, making sure that you're able to produce your fuel to run your trucks for the rest of the month. And once that is done, you will maybe sell 1 time a day and you'll be done for the whole day. Unless you're trying to rank up in the leaderboards over here. If you're trying to rank up and be in the top spots, of course you will play the game more. You will do as many sales as you can to try to make it up into this number 1 spot, or the top 400. But if you're looking to just get paid on the NFTs that you have, you will just sell once a day and you will be done for the day. Collect your reward and carry on about your day. So it doesn't have to be, I've heard a lot of people say to me, like, I don't have hours to play the game. You don't need hours, just 1 day, probably a couple hours. After that, you really don't need more than 5 minutes, and everybody can pretty much have 5 minutes out of their day to be able to collect and actually get paid for playing a game. Okay, so if you already have NFTs, and let's say that maybe you have, a Mr. Puddles or the buggy home, and you're like, oh, it's only 10, and maybe you have the truck that's 1. So you're looking at your 11 a day. Well, right now at the current price of Town Coin, I didn't look and see what it was today. I know yesterday when I looked at it, it was about 160. So you have to look at, 11 and 160. So even if we did it, because it averages out a lot of days, that it's $2. So let's say, you're making 11 Town Coin a day times $2, so $22 a day. So by the end of the month, At 30 days, you're looking at between $600-700, depending on how the coin fluctuates for you and when you decide to sell. Personally, I keep all of my coins to rank up for Gala Power because, as you can see right now, we did purchase a few things from the store, so power is down, so we won't get paid on all of the NFTs that we currently have. So we want to build back up that Gala Power. So as you start, you may only be a level 1, which is fine. You'll get paid on whatever NFT you have, and if you have multiple, it'll pay you on the highest. And then you can add them on later on in the game. So, as you get different NFTs, you can just plop them, right into your city. You don't have to wait. So let's see. Okay, since this one needs water here, we're going to take my little water bot. We're going to place him down so that he can help water, even though it's one plot. But okay, we're building up the wheat here, the wheat and the flour. Okay, so for your NFTs, let's say right now the store is not great for NFTs. Let's go here and see. Okay, we're gonna go into the store. We're gonna filter it down. Okay, so as I was talking about, how things pay, like the legendary solar panel that's sold out here. This one was 666 town coin a day. This one here is the 18, and this one I believe is 60. I have to double check on that. But like the Tesla coils, your lowest one is 60 payout, then 140, and then it's close to 1,000 here as well, without looking at my sheet. Mr. Puddles, you saw that was 10 or 9 on that one. These are the skins. They don't actually pay you out daily, but they do. They are supposed to give you in-game advantages later on, and they also provide you with a piece of a dragon for Mirandus, but you need all 10 of them for that to work. So here for the water tower, the bigger or better the water tower, the more water it provides to its surrounding areas. So for here, let's say here, it doesn't say it. Okay, so this one like provides 2 water, and then it goes up from there. The next one would be 3 water, and then I believe it's 5 water to its surrounding buildings. Here's all of your storages. You have your brine storage for your salts, your wheat storage, grape storage, sugar cane, and then here are your wheat stands. So we have the epic wheat stand, the rare wheat stand, the uncommon wheat stand, and the legendary is sold out. But each one of these, every single one of these NFTs pays differently. So except for like the storage, if you have any of the uncommon ones are going to pay the same. So 11, 11. Your legendary was 45, 48. So those are the same. But when we get into like these ones here, the solar panels, we're talking, they're going to be different payouts. Everything is going to have a different payout. All right, so we're going to go back in here. And every time that you switch screens, or you bring up another screen just like I did, your game completely stops. So it just waits for you to bring it back full screen. So I like to try to keep everything, together and neat. We're going to place down some of this stuff real quick. To begin with, I kind of just like place things down sporadically and then move them around where they're needed. So these ones are cool. The bats come out of it when you place it. Oh, we're actually going to move that because I don't want it close to that one turbine. So as you're placing your NFTs, I try not to place this stuff on the road unless I know it's kind of going to stay there, because once you place it, to move it, you're going to empty out anything that's being stored in it. So for like here, for the wheat, for me to move this, I'm going to lose all of the wheat in the inside of it. And anything that you build, you cannot just move. You have to actually destroy it and then rebuild. So kind of want to figure out, how you want it to go, or, once you get enough money going, it really won't matter. You can kind of destroy and go and rebuild as you go. So here now we have our pumpkins are ready. Along the side over here too, it will show you how many of each item are in those storehouses, the silos, all the stuff, without having to actually click on it. So we're going to sell out these pumpkins here. All right, and then I'm actually going to get a road ready to do another. We're going to do another windmill down here. We're going to wait till he's done with that flour and we're able to sell it. So if you don't have pumpkins, or the haunted porches that provide the pumpkins, I would suggest that you kind of hold on and sell minimally, so you're not wasting the your gas, because by the time we get to about 15-20 gas, we already want to be in the process of having your refinery to produce gas. So right here, now that he's done with the flour, it's going to give us the 22,500 for one cell, and it also gives you 120 stars. So as you can see here, your stars when it comes back, because your goal for the day is 1,000, So as we go, we're going to watch it come back, and you'll see we have 60 stars right now. So I gave you that 120 stars for one cell of your wheat, or of your flour, I should say. All right, so now we have that money. So we're going to come down and we are going to purchase another windmill. And if you notice, we put it far out, kind of like we did with the wind turbines. That way that we don't change that production time, you know, from the 30 seconds that it's making to 2.5 minutes. Because the longer time is, also the longer, you know, that you pay out without actually getting a return. Okay, so I am going to come back in a little while on the video, and I will then show you guys how you start building your refinery things. I'm just going to let these windmills continue to produce the flour and sell those a couple of times, and that way I can build up my money to be able to show you guys how and what you guys need to do for your refinery, and then that way you guys can see the best placements for your NFTs and everything that is going to surround how you get paid, and then how we get you with very quick one cell a day. All right. All right. Until later. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.